All right, Joe, over to the Tallahatchies.
I'm Jesse. I am from Hattiesburg. I went to school in Cleveland. I played in this band when it started a few years ago, and now I am back.
See, I am Starlin Browning. I have been in this band since the beginning. I play guitar and sing in it. I currently live in Oxford, Mississippi. We started this band in Cleveland, Mississippi, and it's been together 3 or 4 years now. And, I write a lot of the songs and do the upfront thing.
I'm Taylor White. I play drums. I live in Northeast Alabama, and I've been along with Starlin since the beginning, making music since about 2014.
The Tallahatchies comes from a song that I wrote. I wrote the song about the Tallahatchie River. Our first album had a couple of songs about some stuff I was going through with some family members and stuff, some darker things like alcoholism, depression, wonderful things like that we all know and love. And my uncle had asked me a long time ago about when he passed away, he was going to be cremated and he wanted his ashes to be poured into the Tallahatchie River. And so I wrote the song about that, and we needed a band name. We had some shows coming up. We just started an album, so we became the Tallahatchies. Jesse wanted to be the Tallahatchie Switchblades originally.
Oh no!
And I'm very glad that I talked about it. But yeah, so we're the Tallahatchies.
Pictures only in my head.
I think Delta Dance Punk was what we coined, but we could scratch the Delta because it doesn't really have anything to do with the Delta. But we can keep the dance, and we can maybe keep the punk. But there's a lot of grunge in there because that's what we grew up on. And when Horace played with them, there's a lot more like R&B and soul involved. So that was in there for a little while, and it's kind of still in there, but I'm not so good at that. What else is there? It's hard to pigeonhole.
I'm with that. I think the dance comes a lot from Taylor as well, though. He's
Yes.
super influenced by a lot of pop bands.
1975, stuff like that.
And so we draw from a lot of influences like all bands, but yeah, Delta Dance Punk is what we go by because it's better than saying rock and roll.
But we don't live in the Delta anymore, so can we just call it dance punk?
Post-Delta Dance Punk.
Okay.
Worry about money when I should rest.
Queens of the Stone Age.
AC/DC. It influenced me super hard as a kid. I started playing guitar because of that band.
Soundgarden.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Definitely Circus Survive.
Yeah, a lot of 90s music for me. I draw on a lot of that.
90s music. Alice in Chains.
My favorite show that we've ever done is probably when we played at Dueling Hall, when we played the Mississippi Public Broadcasting show, Amped and Wired. That was incredible. That was really good. I thought that was the best show we ever played. We just sounded the best that night, and everything went perfectly. We had a great time too, and it was fun, like having a bunch of cameras in your face and stuff, you know, because we had not done that a whole lot, and so it was my favorite show that we've ever done. It sounds amazing in that place, and everybody was super nice and really catering to you. It felt good to like not have to haul all your gear in by yourself and that kind of stuff, and to get paid really well was really nice. You know, it's a change, especially for Mississippi rock artists and stuff. Like, we don't make a lot of money at all. Like, it's mostly made by country music artists, which that's awesome, but it's just there's a smaller market here for it. But that was my favorite. I don't know about you, gentlemen.
I wasn't there. I didn't play it.
That was my favorite as well. Yeah, exactly what he said. I agree, 100%.
Oh yeah.
There was one time where we all played Black Sabbath short cover sets.
That's
I remember that. That was good. Y'all demolished everybody, and it was a
That was
good
good.
set.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever crowd surfed. That was cool.
That was a good show.
In a tiny house.
I just remember Horace, he took his bass and he unplugged it and just ran through the house, through the hallways, into the kitchen, and then ran all the way back out and plugged his bass back in. His bass key, like his low E bass key, is just completely bent over that night. We don't really know how it happened, but it was a good time. I'd never smashed my guitar against the ceiling before, so that was fun. school and stuff like that, we've honestly just gotten to a point where we've all graduated and all done with school, and it's been just a big change for us because we've been going through a lot of member changes and things like that. As far as like crazy stuff happening to us, we were talking about a thing today that happened at Martin's that was pretty funny. Or not funny, it was kind of sad.
It's
you wanna
funny
tell
now.
it?
Yeah. I was using some other person's snare stem, and it was like fidgeting, or it was like stuck. So I was like, I had it loosened all the way, and I was just like trying to make it elevate, like come up at me. And eventually, like I had too much force, and it just popped out. And in my nose right here, it's like a little scar, but I just started gushing blood like all over my mouth and stuff. I had to clean up. It took like, an
The
extra.
thing was, we were late.
We were late.
The opening band had already played, and we came in late. And we were trying to set up, and the guy was like, "Come on, hurry up! We're supposed to be playing." And like we're trying to do all this stuff, and Taylor was like trying to get this thing up. So I've got all my gear on, and I'm reaching over like trying to unscrew this snare stand, and he just rips it out, and it caught him right there. And it's like, well, it's going to be a few more minutes.
Another few minutes, yeah.
We're gonna wait until he stops bleeding before.
Yeah.
But that was a good time.
It's funny.
It's good to look back on now. I recently started working at a new studio, and so I've got some really close ties with some really great engineers now, and some really great just instruments there, and really great gear that they have. And I'm really excited about doing another album. We're working on new songs now, and our last one came out last summer, so it's about time to get going again. And I would really like to start recording soon and put out another album. It can't. Don't force it. Yeah, it has to happen organically. If you try to force it, you're just Jack Black. You know, like. And so, I've done it a couple of times, and it's always scary, but it's great. It's easier to be a lighter person. But what were you snickering at?
Nothing, just in general.
It is always scary, but if you get up there, make the most of it, because it's really lame if you're the guy going, put me down, you know. So it's but it has to happen organically. You just kind of have to, oh no, this is happening, like, and you just go with it, and it's better that way instead of, can I crowd surf? Will you catch me? Let's do this. I have seen the best crowd surfing I've ever seen, the most, besides like Bonnaroo or something like that, where everybody's doing it, was at the High Tone. Our friend Toon came with us.
Yeah.
You want to tell about that
Yeah.
story?
That was good. We went and saw Ty Segall, and my roommate had never been to a rock show. And he saw a lot of people crowd surfing, and he said, "That's something I want to do." And he did it, and he did it well. and then he just went all the way to the back. And
Yeah,
like, well,
and he's
gone
just
now.
this little man from Detroit. He like plays cello and is amazing at rapping and making beats and stuff. And he just had not done that before, and it was really great to see him
sailed away.
just jump up stage and just like dive into it, and it was good. So if you want to crowd surf, the High Tone is a place that it can happen very quickly.